Nowadays, there are numerous phobias that someone can have, and some of these are more well known than others. Furthermore, while some of these phobias can stop them from being able to live a full and rich life, others can typically be put to one side and not trouble them. If then they were to see that their ability to freely express themselves is being undermined by their irrational fears, they could end up reaching out for support. This can be a time when they will work with a cognitive behavioral therapist. During this time, they could talk about how they don't feel comfortable in public places or speaking in public, for instance. In one way or another, they could be told that what is going on for them is common. Moreover, they could learn that there is no reason for them to be this way. This is then why what is going on for them will be seen as being irrational. After this, they could be encouraged to look into what they believe and the thoughts that arise when they are around others or are standing in front of people and talking. Questioning these beliefs and changing these thoughts can be seen as a big part of what will allow them to change their life. They will then be using a very mental approach to change their life. But if this part of them is seen as what is causing them to experience life in this way, this is to be expected. After they have had a number of sessions and have applied what they have learned, they may find that their life gradually changes. If so, they can feel more comfortable in public places and talking to groups of people. Thanks to this, they could feel relieved and deeply grateful about what has taken place. Still, they could be encouraged to continue to question any negative beliefs that they have and replace any negative thoughts that arise with positive thoughts. Alternatively, after changing what is taking place for them at a mental level, and even learning different breathing techniques, for instance, they may find that their life doesn't really change. They can feel just as restricted as they did before, and not feel comfortable freely expressing themselves. If so, what could cross their mind is that there is something inherently wrong with them, or that there is something that they are not doing right. Either way, they could feel frustrated, helpless, and hopeless. However, although they might believe that there is something inherently wrong with them, or that they are not doing something right, there could be far more to it. What this can illustrate is that they need to try another approach. There is a chance that it is not as black and white as them simply fearing public places or talking to groups of people, for instance. Instead, they can fear these situations as well as others because of what they represent to them at a deeper level. What this comes down to is that there is what is going on for them at a conscious level, and then there is what is going on for them at an unconscious level. If this is not taken into account, this other hidden part of them will be overlooked. It will then be normal for what they fear to be seen as irrational, and changing what is going on at a conscious level will be the focus. If it is understood that there are two parts of them, and what is going on for them in this other hidden part is impacting their life, looking deeper will be seen as being essential. This other hidden part of them can be projecting what has not been resolved from their developmental years into the present moment. It won't realize that their early years are over and that what troubled them is also over. For example, this may have been a time when they were mistreated by one or both of their parents and were often physically harmed, criticized, and humiliated. How they felt when they were deprived of the love that they needed, along with a number of their developmental needs, would have ended up being repressed by their brain. Many, many years will have passed, and their conscious mind will have forgotten all about what happened, but this part of them, and thus their perception will continue to be affected by this hidden material. But as this part of them was out of touch with what was going on for them at a deeper level, there would have been no reason for it to understand why their life is this way. In this case, what is going on for them at a conscious level will be an outgrowth of what is going on for them at a deeper level. This is why purely focusing on their mind is not going to allow them to become a more integrated and whole human being. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.